My baby sister, she was kidnapped. She was taken and beaten and thrown in the back of a car in a blanket, actually just a blanket just thrown on top of her. All we knew was that the girl's name was T.
T.
So on February 26th, my sister and I, we were just having a normal phone conversation. She let me know that she met this woman in the parking lot of a hotel that she was staying in.
Where exactly are y'all at? Because I'm off today, and I'm about to come up there. Where you at?
Okay, well, right now, do you know where Rhode Island Avenue Station is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're at. And we're trying to basically figure out now how we're about to pay for another night.
Who driving?
Me. It's me and then, my boyfriend.
Okay.
So, yeah, and then my boyfriend, he's like, he grew up like just being a woman is like.
The woman said that her boyfriend had put her out and that he was abusive, and she had this tiny 6-month-old child, and that she just really, really, really needed some help.
Right.
Okay.
And then I got a text message from Kayla asking to borrow some money.
She like, I know you need my money, so I'm gonna just give you all my money and y'all can leave me here. I said, Kayla, girl, if you ever say some stick like that again, girl, I'm not one of these females that's gonna leave you behind. We in this shit together. You know how easy it is for somebody to just come and get over on you? How nice you are? According to the detectives, that particular hotel, the cameras weren't working in the lobby during that time. And in the parking lot, it was really grainy, so you can't really make out what was happening. To this day, every time I reach out to the DC homicide department, I don't get a response. I text the lieutenant. He doesn't respond. She was so full of life. She had artistic abilities that were like none other. She could draw, y'all. She was just an artist, just a beautiful person. We're left just hoping and just praying that justice is served one way or the next. So Kayla, you are not forgotten, never forgotten, and forever missed.
Kayla Marie was 30 years old and worked at Aspen Institute in Washington, D.C. Although she worked in D.C., she lived in Capitol Heights, Maryland with her family for 10 years. Kayla graduated from Robert Clemente High School and attended Rose Medical School. She had 2 children who now reside with their father. According to her mother, Kayla was held captive on February 27, 2022. That day, Kayla spoke to her sister on the phone about meeting and helping a woman with a baby. Although her sister was worried on the other line, Kayla truly didn't know the danger she was truly in. 1 week after that call, on March 7th, 2022, Kayla's job alerted her family that they haven't seen her for a week. On March 8th, just 1 day after that call, Kayla was found on the backseat floor of her car with a sheet thrown on top of her. According to the family, her hair was ripped out of her head and she was parked in a random DC neighborhood. Unfortunately, the young mother died fighting for her life on life support. But her killers were never found, and her sister took to social media for help. Unfortunately, there is little to no media coverage on the murder of Kayla. Therefore, her family had to come to social media to share details to the public.
So for everybody interested in what the timeline is of my sister's death, this is the video for you. So on February 26th, my sister and I, we were just having a normal phone conversation. She let me know that she met this woman in the parking lot of a hotel that she was staying in. The hotel was in Maryland. It was the La Quinta, I believe, that she was staying in that night. And so as she was walking from her car to the hotel room, she saw this woman with a baby. The woman said that her boyfriend had put her out and that he was abusive, and she had this tiny 6-month-old child, and that she just really, really, really needed some help. So as I'm on the phone with her talking, the woman was actually in the background. Like she was in the background of the hotel with my sister while I'm on the phone with her. And so I'm asking information. I'm like, what's her name? She said, well, her name is T. And I said, well, what's going on? Like, why are you taking this woman in? And she's like, Janet, I just really want to help her. I just really, really want to help her. She has a baby. While we were on the phone, the woman left out of the room. She left out without the baby though. So my sister had the baby that she just met. All in all, maybe like 10 or 15 minutes, she had the baby in the room with her, babysitting while the girl went to go get some. This is not right. Like, I don't know about this. I'm not getting the warm and fuzzies about this. Kayla, I'm not sure who this woman is. And she said, no, Jay, I just really, really, really want to help her. That was the last time I actually heard my sister's, she and I actually had a real conversation. From that point forward, radio silence. We hadn't heard anything else. So a full week goes by. I haven't heard from her, which is not abnormal. She's a mom with job and work and all that stuff and things that she has going on. I'm working, all these things. So that wasn't abnormal for her not to call me in a week. So when her job called and said that they hadn't heard from her in a week, now that was different. So from that point forward, that's when we spring into action and we then start calling my sister's phone, like literally blowing her phone all the way up, blowing her phone up and not receiving any answers.
However, the two suspects eventually answered Kayla's phone asking for ransom money. They also answered the phone again to communicate with one of Kayla's friends.
Did I ever tell you guys that the abductors actually took my sister's phone, and when they had her phone, sent a message asking my mother to cash app some money? So what my mom did is she cashed out some money. She sent over a couple $100 the first time, and then the very next, I want to say, day, they asked again for some more money, and so she sent some more money, and then they asked again, and then at that point, my mother said, "Okay, something isn't right. This is not like Kayla, nothing like this. So something's wrong. So no, I'm not going to send any more money." My mother sent the money via Cash App. I'm thinking that there's probably a paper trail there somewhere, right? So what did I do? I had a conversation with the detective and I said, well, is there any way that you can get the Cash App reports? That is the paper trail. Do you know that was the number one, that wasn't even brought up for months, and it was never brought up by him. I had to bring that up. So I asked him, could you please subpoena the Cash App records? To this day, I'm not sure what the results are from that, but I do know that money had to be sent somewhere. So y'all, when I tell y'all I have audio recordings, I have audio recordings of my sister's friend having a conversation, trying to figure out where my sister was while she was in the midst of being abducted. These phone conversations talk about them keeping her credit card, keeping her phone away from her. Talks about how all they wanted was Kayla's money, and Kayla knew it.
She like, I know you need my money, so I'm gonna just give you all my money and y'all can leave me here. I said, Kayla, girl, if you ever say some sick shit like that again, girl, I'm not one of these females that's gonna leave you behind. We in this shit together. You know how easy it is for somebody to just come and get over on you? How nice you are? That's what I'm saying. Like, all this shit, you just been right in line, and then I heard her talk to her mother like, I just don't like shit like that. Because Taylor, for real, the boy Greg, or whatever his name is, Greg, even said that it seemed like you just trying to get out of claiming my money. When I even said, Taylor, no funny, if we was to work together, what? You didn't have to worry about that. I don't do petty shit like that, but I have a son. So when you lied about doing all that, like, come on now, bro. Now you telling somebody did this and did that to you, and they're gonna try to later on blame it as delusions, bro. I can't, like, that's not right. with me, bro. This ain't right. And you get mad with me because I'm fussing at you, but it look like your fucking friends are trying to give a fuck about your house too. It look like the same shit I fuss at you about. Guess what? They gonna do it too, Kayla. So what is gonna hit you and you're gonna get it. You're doing it on purpose, Kayla. You gotta tell me something. Something. Like at this point, this is why I snuck off and called them. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Because I'm really confused at this point. Like my boyfriend is here to see it. Like, he crazy about you. We talk about the shit all the time, Kayla. Hello, who? Hello?
T,
Hello?
who is this?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Who is this?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
So they say that we right here. What is it again? Hello?
Yeah.
2235? What is the street again? Monroe. So did you ever talk to the mom? Because she's not answering the phone. And, like, something got to give.
What exactly do you want from her mama?
$1,000. I'm not going to ask her. Fuck that. I just told my boyfriend because my boyfriend just, he with us. And he came back because he helped. And to be honest, he is scammed. So he basically had scammed, like, his friend bank account and sent the money over to Kayla's bank account.
Hello?
Where exactly are y'all at? Because I'm off today. And I'm about to come up there. Where you at?
Okay, well, right now, do you know where Rhode Island Avenue Station is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're at. And we're trying to basically figure out now how we're about to pay for another night.
Who driving?
Me. It's me and then, my boyfriend.
Okay.
So, yeah, and then my boyfriend, he's like, he grew up like just being a woman is like basically he keep feeling some type of way because Kayla is basically he just keeps saying you guys it's like she's really having delusions.
So did y'all hear that? Okay, so let me get this straight. So before you call the ambulance, in order to make sure that somebody that's in your care is safe and they're well, you have to first negotiate the terms of keeping her car, keeping the woman's car in which you abducted from a hotel parking lot.
Sadly, Kayla eventually landed in the hospital where she later died, but what police are saying was a fall.
The EMT, they tried to communicate with her. She was unresponsive verbally. And then when she got to the hospital, the doctor also said that they told me personally that she was unresponsive and not verbally communicating at all. Yet the police, they say they have it on video cam that she said that she fell down the stairs. So I found that hard to believe because just as soon as I arrived to the hospital, there was no sign of any type of communication. And they said that there had not been any kind of communication from my sister. So I don't even know how she was able to say it. But fine. All right. I'll just take that. Let's just assume that she indeed said that she fell down the stairs. They're using that as her last dying will and testament. So they're saying that they can't really do a whole lot because she said that she fell down the stairs.
Unfortunately, they were unable to retrieve any hotel footage from the police because, according to them, it was too blurry.
We ended up, we went back to the hotel where she last was to just try to find out if they had any type of video footage, anything, if they knew who these people were. We were just really trying to be as proactive as possible. And my mom, she just couldn't take it anymore. So she and we flew back. But my cousin, he went back up to that hotel where she was last seen alive. So my cousin, when he was there, he talked to the lady behind the desk. She remembered who they were. In fact, not only did she remember who they were, she said that they left their EBT card there at the hotel and that they should be coming back to get it. So what did my cousin do? He put on his police hat and he went and he sat outside, literally sat outside the hotel. While he's sitting outside the hotel, I am blowing up the homicide detectives, blowing them up. Please, please answer the phone. The killers, they're at the hotel. They'll be there. Do you know that this man did not answer my phone call? Finally, he saw two people go into the hotel that fit the description of a woman with a baby and a guy. And when they left out of the hotel after retrieving their EBT card, I'm assuming, he walked in and the hotel attendant confirmed that they were actually the people that she last saw with my sister. So then, case should be open and shut. You should be able to just go and get the footage from the hotel, and you should be able to identify who these people are. But according to the detectives, that particular hotel, the cameras weren't working in the lobby during that time. And in the parking lot, it was really grainy, so you can't really make out what was happening. So technology failed us at that point too. Now, in this world where there are so many people around, everybody has a phone, a device, something, cameras. It's hard to believe that nobody knows something.
It's unfortunate the family do not know who these people are, and no arrests have been made in Kayla's death. They also shared more details about their struggles with getting help for justice.
Right.
Okay.
And then I got a text message from Kayla asking to borrow some money twice in one day.
Is that usual for her to?
No.
Because you just shared with me, and you had just said that she was building a house or having a house prepared.
Right. She had her own house.
So she got money.
She was
did
getting
right.
some things done to
Right.
her home.
Okay. Right. So she's getting some stuff done to her home. So that'd be unusual for your daughter to be requesting money.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. And I had asked Lisa this. Was Kayla known to be a drug user, substance abuse user?
Nope.
Drank a lot, excessively. I'm just, just
Yeah.
want to put some much details that we can put out there.
So just as far as Kayla had she was a recovering alcoholic.
Okay.
So she had given up alcohol. She was recovering. So she was on the mend, getting her life in order. So she had left those things in the past.
Got you.
Unfortunately, in this what the DC police, not to we still want to get back to the story, but unfortunately the DC police, the story that they have created is that we have a young Black woman who doesn't have any family as far as they're aware.
That's a lie.
As far as they're aware. And she's living this transit lifestyle, not realizing that she has a house, that she's, there's a reason why she's in a hotel, not because she's just out here.
Right. Okay.
So, I just want to really make that part clear. That's
why we here.
Okay. I want to make that part clear that, even though she had a history, she was overcoming those things, and she had already been in recovery for a while. Okay. There was one of her friends that's part of the team. She called, and she was able to get a call through. And when she got her call through, they answered. She was in communication with T at this point. T, and there was a boyfriend in the car. Okay. Kayla was in the back seat. So all in her car.
Yeah, in her car. What kind of car did Kayla drive? Just, we playing amateur detective. You know what I'm saying?
She drive a Hyundai.
A Hyundai. Okay. All right. So she's in the back seat.
Yeah, in the back seat. Yeah. Now all of this has been recorded. So her friend, part of the team, she recorded the conversation. So we were able to hear. So this is not hearsay. We've actually heard this and passed this on to the detectives also.
Okay.
So T and the boyfriend are in the car, and Jocelyn, part of our team, said, please drop my friend off at the hospital, and she said, well, so T said, well, they need to pay us money. We have been supporting her, going from room to room, and she owes us some money back.
So these people are saying that they were paying from room to room.
That's what they said. They initially asked for $1,000, but then it went down to $200. They would take $200 because all they wanted was enough to stay in a room for that night. Okay. So it went from $1,000 down to $200.
there was a house where Kayla's car was parked.
Mm-hmm.
They had called early in the morning saying that there's a car, called the police. There's a car parked in this area. And people don't leave their cars parked in this area, especially with the window crack. Can you please come investigate?
It was at 11 o'clock that this family called.
Okay.
They also called because they had heard a lot of arguing the night before from that same car that was parked right across the street from their house. They saw someone run from the car. And so they said there's something not right. And so the police didn't come when they called. Okay. And they called 3 times. They called in the evening. They called in the morning because they said the car is still here. And then the woman of the house, she went to work. And when she got home from work, the car was still there. So she called again. So at the 3rd time, the police, they finally sent someone out there. And this is when they pulled up. Just so happened, Sean pulled up at the exact same time as the police.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. And he was there when they pulled Kayla out of the car.
They had pulled her hair out. They had, she had those beautiful locks that she has in the picture right here. She had those beautiful locks. They had literally taken, almost like they just pulled a chunk out of her, one side of her head.
Wow.
And that was sitting in the front seat of the car. And she was just in the back on the floor in the back seat of the car with a sheet on top of her. So, you know, I certainly don't want to make it seem as if I want to tell somebody how to do their job or what I think.
We got to put a fire under their ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, it just seems that some of the things like the fact that she actually died in D.C., you know, it means now it is a D.C. issue. In some way, shape, or form, there is a D.C. issue, not to say that there isn't some type of an issue with Maryland. Not only that, we're also getting hung up with the financial tracking. We do know that there was money requested and also money sent. And so there was Cash Apped, so that money had to be taken and moved somewhere.
Right.
So I have requested on several occasions to have her bank records subpoenaed and to have those Cash App reports subpoenaed. And that's where we've run into other issues and other halts where they say that that's really difficult to do, or that they're working on a subpoena and they've not yet gotten it yet. They haven't gotten the judge to sign off on that yet. So, you know, I feel there's a lot of unpreparedness, and I understand that they have, you know, just being sensitive to the fact that they have a huge workload, and this is what he does for a living. So they do for a living. So I'm sure that there is probably quite a bit of desensitivity that's, you know, that comes into play. But we've not done this before.
At this time, they're asking anyone in the surrounding area for video footage or who may have seen or heard something last March. All in all, they hope that justice will be served for their loved one.
So we are currently in the process of trying to raise the funds to hire a private investigator. We currently have a GoFundMe account. The link is in the bio, and it's Justice for Kayla. If you feel so inclined, I thank you so much. If not, continue to share these stories, continue to boost, continue to talk to anybody that you know that may be in the influential circle that can get this message out, so that we can really bring justice for my sister's tragic death.